Dr. Ranganathan, we've heard two very venerable members of the community, Shadab Chauhan, who says very categorically, look, Aurangzeb, my hero, and we do not have, and the other one says we have no recollection in history that this particular structure, the temple, was ever brought down. Now, what do you make of these two responses?
Good evening, Rahul, and good evening to all my wonderful panelists. I've been waiting and listening very patiently, so please, can I have the courtesy of a couple of minutes? Rahul, जैसे मेरे पहले पैनलिस्ट कह रहे थे, अगर मैं ये बता दूं कि अगर 10-15 बार इंशाअल्लाह बोलने से डिबेट्स जीती जाती तो फैक्ट्स और साइंस की जरूरत नहीं होती। और जो ये कह रहे हैं कि इंशाअल्लाह जजमेंट डे तक ये मॉस्क रहेगी और रहेगी, तो मैं इनको बता दूं कि जजमेंट डे का तो मुझे पता है, लेकिन एक जजमेंट डे आया था जब ये कह रहे थे बाबरी मस्जिद भी जजमेंट डे तक रहेगी। वो 9 नवंबर 2019 को जजमेंट डे आया था सुप्रीम कोर्ट का, और वो बाबरी मस्जिद नहीं है अब। तो एक और जजमेंट डे आएगा जब ये कहेंगे कि ज्ञानव्यापी मॉस्क को हटा के, डिमोलिश नहीं, हटा के यहाँ पे वापस रिस्टोर करें काशी विश्वनाथ। दैट इज द जजमेंट डे दैट वी एज इंडियन शुड बिलीव इन, नॉट कयामत वाला जजमेंट डे, बट द रियल सुप्रीम कोर्ट जजमेंट डे, अगर आप कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पे बिलीव करते हैं। बहरहाल वो बात अलग है, हटाइए उसको। राहुल, this is a day that every Indian should be proud of. That said, it is a day of satisfaction, but also shame and also sorrow. Let me explain one by one. On satisfaction, Rahul, the emergence of the Shivling is a glorious reminder that history can be airbrushed, but civilizations can't. To me, the mark of civilization is this unquenchable thirst to demand justice for your ancestors, to correct a historical wrong. For that exemplifies a continuity, an idea, a memory that can never be erased, that is worth fighting for and preserving. It makes justice greater than the sum of its parts, and that is why civilizations are not fleeting like empires. That is why history is a medicine. Catharsis is a cure. If an image could speak 1,000,000 words, it would be that of the Nandi, waiting patiently for 400 years for his lord to emerge, withstanding all that cruelty of Aurangzeb, who demolished him in 1669, a fact noted in Masir-e-Alamgiri. And here is Sir Jadunath Sarkar's translation of this authentic text, page 52, quote, Aurangzeb, eager to establish Islam, issued orders to the governors of all the provinces to demolish the schools and temples of the infidels, unquote. Now, Rahul, on shame. Rahul, we must abrogate the 1991 Places of Worship Act immediately, that obligates maintaining all religious places as they were on August 15, 1947. Historical injustices of Kashi can never be addressed otherwise. A legal recourse to correct historical injustices cannot be denied in a democracy. From Somnath to Kashi Vishwanath, these historical injustices have deliberately been made visible, as though to lionize the debasement, celebrate the humiliation. And the irony, Rahul, is that the same people who have taught us this, drilled this self-loathing in us, these same people want others to fight historical injustice around the world. They condemn barbarians of the West either to worship, like the Confederacy generals, Rhodes, Churchill, Pizarro, Murray, Colston, Leopold. They celebrate their roads and buildings being renamed, their statues being brought down. But here in India, this same set eulogizes barbarians like Tipu, Aurangzeb, Babar and Khilji. Finally, Rahul, just for a second, sorrow. Rahul, you talk of Ganga Jamna Tehzeeb. You say you respect all religions. Really? You knew where it was, and yet you washed your dirty feet there. Not one of you came forward and said, this is not right. I ask, are you out to prove Sir Sayyid right, who said Hindus and Muslims are two antagonistic races? Or you want to prove Tagore right, who said, and I quote, Islam has distinct enmity against all other religions. It is not just satisfied with observing its own religion, but is determined to destroy all other religions, unquote. Or finally, 10 seconds. Do you want to prove Ambedkar right, who said, and I quote, the brotherhood of Islam is not the universal brotherhood of man. It is the brotherhood for Muslims only. For those who are outside this corporation called Islam, there is nothing but contempt and enmity, unquote. Right or wrong, Rahul, you need to reflect. All Indians need to reflect. But above all Muslims need to reflect today.
Okay.